Hello there, welcome or welcome back. So in this video, I will be talking about tools that you will need for your relaxed hair. So if you have just started out on your hair relaxing journey, of course you want to know what tools you are going to need to continue on this journey that you have set out on. And the first thing that we want to discuss is combs. And here are a few that I have here. So the first one is a wide tooth comb. Now, why do you need a wide tooth comb? A wide tooth comb is good for detangling the hair. And when we're detangling, we want to make sure that we're detangling from the ends all the way up to the root. So it is excellent to have in your hair collection tools to detangle your hair. And this will also limit breakage. So it is an excellent addition. Of course, there are different types of wide tooth comb that you can select from. Especially on your shampoo day or your wash day, you definitely want to have a wide tooth comb to detangle your hair. So here I have 3 tail comb or rat tail comb. And the 3 of these serve 3 different purposes. So let's start with this one first. So if you notice, this has a much wider teeth. So they are not close together. And it comes in different colors. So this is a blue one. So let's use the blue one. So you can see that it is wider. The teeth are wider. Now this you can use after you have detangled your hair with this wide tooth comb. You can then go in and further detangle your hair with this wider tooth tail comb. It also has, at the tail, it has a point that you can also utilize for partings. However, if you roller set your hair, then this comb would not be a perfect comb to use because it's not going to give it that smoothness that you really require in order to put the hair on the rollers. So what I usually do is to use a wide tooth comb to detangle first. Then I go in with this wider tooth tail comb, and then next I will go in with a fine teeth tail comb. In that way, I would prevent my hair from breaking. As you know, when you roller set your hair, you are combing your hair more than usual. So, and it is going to be wet, and wet hair tend to be weaker than your hair that is dry. So since your hair is going to be wet and you're going to roller set your hair, then you would go in after you have used those 2 other combs to further smooth out the hair. So at this point, when you're using this fine tooth comb, your hair should not be snagging. It should be smooth after you have done using this comb. All right, so let's go again. So we use the wide tooth comb first, then we go in with this wider tooth tail comb, and then last we go in with this fine tail comb. And that is only if you're going to be roller setting your hair. If you're going to hair dry your hair, then combing your hair with this wide tooth comb will be sufficient. You would not need to go in and comb your hair again with this comb. This is only if you're going to roller set. Now the third tail comb that I showed earlier, which is this one, it does come with fine teeth, but at the end it has a iron piece. Now this iron piece, if you want a nice clean parting, then this is the tail comb you want to choose so that you can have a nice slick parting. All right, so that is just for the parting. This iron piece, it basically works the same as this other fine tooth comb. All right, so just clear that up. So 3 tail comb for 3 different purposes. Now let's move on to brushes, and I have 2 brushes. I have a natural bristle brush and a vent brush. So let's talk about the vent brush first. So for me personally, I use the vent brush to wrap my hair. So when I'm wrapping my hair, I like to use the vent brush. And on there, you can see some little nodules on there. You want to make sure that if you purchase a brush like this, once these nodules are gone, you have to stop using it, otherwise it could cause breakage. So ensure that your vent brush has on these little round things on it, and make sure that they are not broken off. If they are broken off, then that sharp edge can cause ear breakage. All right, so the reason why it's called vent brush is because of these things right here. So this is a nice brush to have when you're blow drying your hair. So while blow drying your hair and you're blowing onto it, the vent will allow heat to pass through, and at the same time keeping your hair nice and smooth, so you will be able to brush your hair in a downward motion, having the hair dryer like this, and in that way you would prevent your cuticles from opening up this way because you're blowing your hair in this direction, which would prevent your cuticles from opening up and thus causing some amount of hair breakage. So it is quite nice to have a vent brush in your tool collection, your hair tool collection. It serves two purposes for me. If I'm blow dry my hair, then I have it to use, and also I use this vent brush to wrap my hair. So when I'm doing my wraps, I use it. Also, I use it sometimes just to brush up my hair like this. So I like it for that purpose while brushing my hair. It really feels nice, and the nodules on here that are there, those little round balls, when you press on your scalp, it feels nice and massaging. So I use it for that purpose. This other brush is a natural bristle brush, and it is very soft, so you can almost rub it on your face. It's that smooth, right? So it's not a brush that is coarse and hard. So I use this to brush my hair, and the good thing about this brush is that the more you brush your hair, is the more you add sheen to your hair. So that's a nice thing about this natural bristle brush. So this is a good addition to have in your hair care tool. So think about getting a brush like this, a natural bristle brush, and it's marked on the package. I've had this brush for a while now, and it is doing well. And whenever I wrap my hair, so I use this brush to wrap my hair, that is a vent brush. And then once I wrap my hair all around, then I use this brush now to smooth it out. So that's the purpose that these two brushes currently serve. Now, this other one is hair protectors, which are these. So if you go under the dryer, maybe you're treating your hair, you're doing a deep treatment and you're going under the dryer, these will add protection to your ears. So you can use this, especially when you're roller set. I roller set my hair, so I usually under the dryer for almost 2 hours, so you know the heat is up. So what I do, I use these to protect my ears like that. So I put it over my ears like that as a protection. So while the heat is coming down, my hairs is nicely tucked away and protected. So this is a nice addition if you have to go under the dryer and add heat to your hair. Next up is a shower cap. Now you're going to need yourself a shower cap, okay? You're going to need a shower cap. And the reason for that is that when you're taking a shower, of course, your hair could get wet. And for relaxed hair, we want to keep relaxed hair dry. So unlike natural hair that we can wet and mist with water, we don't want to do that with our relaxed hair. And it's the reason why you're going to need a shower cap. So this is how it looks out of the package, right? And it's nice and thick. And so if you're showering and you make a mistake and bend your head like this, then of course the shower cap will definitely be protecting your hair so that it doesn't get wet. So that's something you want to add to your collection. So if you don't currently have a shower cap, go and get one, girl, because you're going to need it so that you don't wet your hair in the shower, because that's going to be one of the worst thing ever when you have your hair nice and smooth and slick and it get wet. We can't deal with that. So definitely get yourself a shower cap. And the next thing that you're going to need is a bonnet. Now this is a bonnet that I have, and it can be worn on both sides, so yellow and black. And of course you put it over your head like so. Oh no. So this is a bonnet, and I usually wear this especially when I'm utilizing braids. So whenever I'm relaxed stretching and I put in braids, I like to have my bonnet so I can have it to sleep in. I do not, and also another thing too, whenever I do a rod set and you have those nice bunchy curls, you definitely would work well with a bonnet, because it will help to keep your curls nice and smooth. And this particular bonnet is made from silk material, so it's nice and smooth, and it does not cause your hair to ruffle or matted. So this is definitely a good buy. So two times I wear it, whenever I'm in braids and also when I curl my hair. Obviously when I curl my hair, I'm definitely not going to wrap it. So to keep those curls in place, a nice bonnet is good. And sometimes I also put the bonnet over my tie head, because I usually tie my hair, because if I put on a bonnet alone, it's gone. So this is a silk tie that I use whenever I wrap my hair, and I've had this for a while long, so I think I need to add a new one to my collection because I definitely have this for a minute. So I usually just use it to tie my hair at night like that. And then in some instances, I might utilize the bonnet. But for the most part, I only use this to tie my hair at night. So this is a good addition to add to your collection. A silk tied would be awesome. Another thing you can add are these silk scrunchies. And what I like about these scrunchies are that they don't snug onto your hair and cause breakage. So unlike other scrunchies that you might use to catch your hair in a nice little style, this one is perfect because it is nice and silky and smooth, and it is actually made from the same material that makes the bonnet. So these are a nice addition to add to your hair care tools so that you can minimize breakage. So I like these for that purpose, and they're reasonable, so you can purchase them online or in store and use them to catch your hair in nice little ponytail styles, and at the same time you don't have to be worrying about hair breakage because some of the others can cause that. So did I miss out anything? If I did, drop it in the comment section so that others who are reading your comment can get additional tools that they can add to their hair tool collection to make their relax hair journey a success. If you have not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give the video a like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.